Josh, if you don't mind, if you'd lead us in prayer, and then we'll do the pledge.
Okay, thanks.
Sorry.
Dear gracious Heavenly Father, God, we thank you so much, Lord, for this another day. Lord, we're so thankful, Lord, for just the rain that you've been giving us, Lord. We're thankful, Lord, for just the health that you've given us today, Lord, and the jobs that you've given us, Lord. I pray, God, now and ask that you bless this meeting, Lord. Bless every item on the agenda, Lord, and bless everyone in attendance, Lord. I ask what I always thank you, dear gracious Heavenly name. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, I would like to call the July 21st Corbin City Commission meeting to order with a roll call, please.
Moore. Gamble.
Here.
Shepherd.
Here.
Baker.
Here.
Rasmus.
Here. First on the agenda is to approve the June bills.
I make a motion. Second.
Gamble.
Yes.
Shepherd.
Yes.
Baker.
Yes.
Rasmus.
Yes. Approve the minutes from the June 16th regular call meeting.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Shepherd.
Yes.
Baker.
Yes.
Gamble.
Yes.
Rasmus.
Yes. Ratify the appointment of Adam Toe to Board of Adjustments to July 17th, 2023, and make the appointment effective that day. I think that might have been my fault, but he's been on the board, but for some reason we didn't vote on it. So the good news is there hasn't been anything controversial since July 17th, 2023, when we put him on the board. So we just need to back that up and appoint him properly.
Also motion.
Thank you.
Second.
Correct terminology, that would be non-pro tunc.
What's that mean? Now for them, not pro tunc.
Not N-U-N-C.
Your daily lesson in Latin.
T-U-N-C.
Okay. There it is. There it is. Okay, we've got a motion from John
And a second from Brandon.
and a second from Brandon. Okay.
I never gonna take that class, I can use that.
Baker.
There you go.
45
Yes.
years.
Gamble.
Yes.
Shepherd.
Yes.
Rasmus.
Yes. Approve and authorize Mayor Rasmus to sign the traffic signal electric utility service agreement with the Commonwealth of Kentucky Department of Highways for a project located along 25W, Cumberland Falls Highway from 727 to 3041.
This is what was on the agenda last month that got tabled.
So if I could speak to this a bit. City Attorney Hammonds and I discussed this and we've talked about it. So what happens is the project on US 25W, South Corbin project, in the change of lanes, etc., there are more traffic signals needed. And Mr. Hammonds found a city ordinance from 1982 that was signed by the city commission at that time that says we will take responsibility for those traffic signals' monthly electric bills. Is that about it? Well, I believe that's about it. So what you're doing is taking the monthly bill, that's RECC, not KU or city utilities. And it looks like it's gonna be approximately $5,200 a year, about. So, any discussion, so.
Well, all I know is we're just very appreciative of having the new road and ready for it to be complete, and the new lights have been very helpful, so.
And Mayor, we did the same thing on Fifth Street from the school to roundabout.
Gotcha, yeah. Okay, yeah, I remember that.
So you just need to authorize the mayor to,
Execute that agreement.
Second.
Gamble.
Yes.
Shepherd.
Yes.
Baker.
yes.
Rasmus.
Yes. Next is to ratify Mayor Rasmus's signature on the SS4A implementation grant application. Good news, we're applying for this grant. Bad news, we did not get the build grant, which was the other grant we applied for implementation on this, but hopeful that perhaps we'll get the SS4A implementation grant.
Second motion.
Shepherd,
Yes.
Baker,
Yes.
Gable,
Yes.
Rasmus.
Yes. First reading of ordinance 2025-7, an ordinance adopting the City of Corbin annual budget for fiscal year 7/1/25 through 6/30/26.
Ordinance number 2025-7, an ordinance adopting the City of Corbin, Kentucky annual budget for the fiscal year July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2026. Whereas an annual budget proposal and message has been prepared and delivered to the legislative body, and whereas the legislative body has reviewed such budget proposal and made necessary modifications, now therefore be it ordained by the City of Corbin, Kentucky, Section 1, that the annual budget for the fiscal year beginning July 1st, 2025 and ending June 30th, 2026, including all sources of estimated revenues and appropriations for all city funds, is hereby adopted as follows. Resources available in the ABC Fund, $636,200. In the General Fund, $19,521,834.99. In the Municipal Aid Fund, $183,654.79. In the LGEA Fund, $25,000. In the Arena Fund, $3,478,050. There's an ABC transfer into the General Fund for $636,200, making the total resources in the General Fund $20,158,034.99. The appropriations for the general government, in the general fund, there's $1,566,746.43 in the general fund, and $25,000 in the LGEA fund. In the police department, in the general fund, it's $2,580,704 out of the general fund. For the fire department, in the general fund, it's $2,023,247. For public works, there's $2,679,150 in the general fund and $183,654.75 in the municipal aid fund. The recycling center, there's $489,695 in the general fund. For parks and recreation, there's $1,561,990 in the general fund. For the building inspection, there's $225,961 in the general fund. For the flood control fund, there's $15,000 in the general fund. For special projects, there's $2,069,291.56 in the general fund. For special projects at the Corbin Center, there's $6 million in the general fund. For economic development, there's $85,000 in the general fund. For debt service, there's $789,900 out of the general fund and $422,000 out of the arena fund. For downtown service, out of the general fund, $71,350, and for the arena, out of the arena fund, $3,326,050 in the arena fund. And then there's an ABC transfer out of the ABC fund in the amount of $636,200, making the total appropriations for the ABC fund $636,200. The general fund total appropriations $20,158,034.99. The municipal aid fund total appropriations $183,654.79. The LGEA fund total appropriations $25,000, and the arena fund total appropriations $3,748,050. There is $0 in all 5 funds that have an excess of revenue resources over or under appropriations. There's 0 transfers out for all 5 funds, and the estimated cash balance for the end of fiscal year for all 5 funds is $0. Section 2, this budget ordinance shall be administered by the executive authority as prescribed and set forth in the Kentucky Revised Statutes. Administration shall include but not be limited to at least the following: A, preparation and submission of financial statements, which include budgetary comparisons on not less than a quarterly basis. B, provide for budget amendments if called for by the Board of Commissioners or if anticipated through implementation. C, prepare any financial statements required for publication purposes pursuant to KRS 424 and 91A. D, cause each fund of this budget to be audited as prescribed by law. Section 3, this ordinance shall be published in the News Journal newspaper by title and summary within 30 days after adoption. Section 4, this ordinance becomes effective immediately upon passage and publication as required by law. First reading, July 21st, 2025.
All right, can I have a motion to adopt our new budget for this fiscal year?
We made a motion.
I'll second.
Any comments or questions or
I'll just briefly say, there's an awfully lot that goes into this, budget document. I think we had 14 meetings in some form or the other, I believe 14 meetings. We meet with the department heads, just so that the public knows how this works. It's not any kind of a frivolous thing that we just, just say, okay, sign here. It's important business. 24,759,040 is a lot of money. And, these people take it, very seriously as to how they administer it. And it's tough sometimes. It's tough sometimes to make everything match. We have to match revenue and expenditure. As I've said for many years in this room and others, we aren't Washington DC. We don't just get to do it and hope the money comes in later. We have to match. And it takes a lot of work, and the committee technically is Commissioner Baker and Commissioner Gambrell, but we have help from, certainly from Tori and Finance Administrative Assistant Rhonda Moore, and now soon to be her replacement, Robin Mahan. And Heather Bargo holds down the fort while everybody else is back there. So, and of course, Sky's downstairs deflecting a lot of questions. And we call the department heads. We'll say, hey, what's this expenditure in March for $7,286, just for instance?
Or $72.
$72, yeah, that's right. I mean, it's you know, we have to take everything, salaries, raises, demotions, equipment, everything, and it's quite the chore. But when it's all over and we come to this point, we know that it can be confident that these folks are great stewards of the people's money, and that's really what matters. So I want to make those comments.
And I wanted to also thank you, John and James, for all the time and effort that you all put in the budget this year. You all done a great job.
Well, I want to say Scott left himself out. He's also part of that, out of that team.
Thanks.
But also, of course, the department heads, pretty much everyone came within the budget for the last fiscal year, which is not easy. There's always unexpected events that occur. We've seen that this past year, so hats off to them as well. There was one department that for a while has been running over budget to no fault of the department itself. It's mainly due to international trade and market fluctuation, primarily from China for the past almost 10 years now. But that's something that we're looking into. We'll continue to trim and adjust as that continues. But overall, great news. Pat on the back, all you department heads out there that are present.
We instituted last year, just to interject this, any expenditure over $300 comes to my desk. And they all see it. They see all, we have the documentation for it, everything. We do what's called a line item budget. So we'll start at general government and go through every single line. And we do every department the same way. And as of this year, the arena is treated the same way. That has not been the case in the past. And it's made a huge difference. So thanks to all of you. And again, John and James, thanks so much.
All right, anything else? If not, let's do the roll call.
Shepherd,
Yes.
Baker,
Yes.
Gamble,
Yes.
Rasmus,
Yes. Approve refund in the amount of $125 to Julia Rowe for a canceled pool party.
Second motion.
Second.
Baker,
Yes.
Gamble,
Yes.
Shepherd,
Yes.
Rasmus,
Yes. Approve refund in the amount of $101.52 to Frank Hudson, 104 15th Street. He was eligible for homestead exemption.
Second motion.
second for the other. Gamble,
Yes.
Shepherd,
Yes.
Baker,
Yes.
Rasmus,
Yes. hire Brady Powers as a full-time dispatcher.
He's been seasonal with the department for a couple months now.
Okay.
Rusty requested hiring full-time.
Does that give us, close to being full-time dispatchers, or we still short?
We're close.
Close? Good deal.
How many more do we need? Is it?
You need one or two more?
Two.
We were what, 5 short at one time?
Yeah, we have one that's currently working now that's part-time. If he works out, I'll request him to be full-time.
Second.
Shepherd?
Yes.
Baker?
Yes.
Campbell?
Yes.
Rasmus?
Yes. Authorize Mayor Rasmus to execute the pledge securities for release at Hometown Bank for the following pledges. Number 947440G49 in the amount of $523,110. Number 168790GY3 for the amount of $308,837.75. Number 575100LZ3 in the amount of $132,325. Number 825740TV5 in the amount of $375,721.50. 51865-1RY2 in the amount of $407,852 even. 47880-4BP1 in the amount of $202,455.95. Number 123496LD1 in the amount of $296,522.55. Number 53669LX7 in the amount of $428,025 even. Number 527759RR7 in the amount of $350,000 even. And 343668AT6 in the amount of $625,000 even. Yeah.
Well, basically what happens is for financial institutions is that because it's public money, they have to put securities to make sure the money gets gone, it's covered. Okay? What happens to banks is that the deposits go up, and they can be periodically adjusted, so the banks will not have to keep these pledges forever. Okay? So, this has been done in the past, but it was sent to me, and I recommended to have you all approve these. And then I'd recommend that you authorize the mayor in conjunction with the city collector to periodically execute, pledge security releases for financial institutions. So this thing changes monthly, or every 2 months. I think it should be approved by the commission to do that. If you would authorize this general motion, it would prevent having special call meetings, because you can see it's quite a bit of money going up. This particular bank was had about $5.9 million pledged. There was only 1.2 million deposits. So you can see what the hit is for a financial institution. But if you approve this payment, or these releases, and then do a motion to authorize the mayor to sign in conjunction with the city collector, periodically do this. Save y'all a lot of time, and it will help the financial institutions also. Because that takes a lot of money out of circulation.
Right. And then they let us know how much they still have pledged, and
Yes.
Sky can back that up with how much we,
Exactly. Because it, 5.9 pledge now, only 4.2.
Right.
Quasi restrictions.
right.
Well, first things first, I will set a motion to authorize Mayor Rasmus to execute the pledge of securities for release at Hometown Bank for the following pledges aforementioned.
I'll second.
Campbell,
Yes.
Shepherd,
Yes.
Baker,
Yes.
Rasmus.
Yes.
Then I'll make a motion for the mayor and city collector to execute the pledge releases periodically. Yeah,
That's it.
Shepherd,
Yes.
Baker,
Yes.
Campbell,
yes.
Rasmus.
Yes.
Thank you, Bob.
All right, so,
Would you all like to go to executive session first?
we could.
I think it'd be a good idea.
Okay.
Okay, you need a motion to go into executive session pursuant to KRS 61.810, section 1, subsection C, to discuss proposed pending litigation, and subsection F, to discuss personnel matters.
Is that motion? Second.
Oh, are you gonna read
Yeah,
all that?
yeah,
Okay. I was gonna say, we don't have it written down.
The Board of Commissioners went into executive session pursuant to KRS 61.810, subsection 1, C, and F, to discuss pending threatened proposal or pending litigation against the city or on behalf of the city, and the discussion of F, for the discussion of personnel matters, and no formal action was taken.
So we need a motion to come back into,
Session.
So moved.
Roll call. Moore, Campbell,
Yes.
Shepherd.
Yes.
Baker,
Yes.
Rasmus.
yes. Okay, city manager's report.
All right. Let me get my microphone working so everybody can hear me. How about this? So, I'm sorry? So a whole lot of what I had to say, and you can tell I'm a little hoarse. Everything's revolved the last month around the budget, and we've pretty much said what needs to be said there. It's an exhaustive process. I do want to tell you that I've spoken with KYTC and the contractors, and they are going to get to us in South Corbin. They're working in North Corbin now, putting the final surface on that roadway out there, and all that was done in exit 29 and 25E. They're coming to South Corbin 25W project to finalize the surface on all of that. That will include the striping, which hopefully that will help some of these safety issues with the U-turns at lights that didn't used to be there on both sides of town, and that's a very big deal. I've been talking about this for a while, but they are going to advertise and award the bid for the widening of I-75. It will begin this year. Start at exit 29 where they left off 2 years ago and go past exit 25. I don't know how far past yet. I think 2 miles, which would mean the 23, possibly the 22-mile markers. It's going to be a big deal. It'll be great when it's finished. Just be thankful for it. You can't have economic development without roads. And roads become antiquated, and what we've got now has been antiquated for a while. So I'm really looking forward to that project, and it just will open up a lot of other things. So I did want to mention that. Now I'm going to stop talking today and let the department heads, starting with our city treasurer / collector, Sky Hedrick, please come and talk to the folks.
Oh, she'll start singing.
I'll do that.
Our, lease on our copy machines is currently up at the end of this month. So, we got some quotes, we talked to some folks, and, Scott and I discussed it. American Business Systems right across the street here, which is who we had before, we would like to go back with them. The new lease would be 3 machines, the police department, my office, Tori's office would have the big machines like they normally have. Rec doesn't use theirs very often, they're gonna provide them a little, desktop unit that will do everything they need. And so for those 4, it'll be a 60-month lease, that is what normally, like postage machines, copiers and all that is a 60-month lease. We usually don't do that long, but that's kind of what everybody does. Good price for those 4, it would be $451.96 per month, that's for all of them. As long
And what
as
are we
don't-
paying now?
We're paying like almost $700.
Yes.
Who is our current?
It's called iTech. They were bought out. The original company that we signed the contract with was actually in Lexington. They sold it, and it still as they sold it. We didn't find out till about a year later. This company is in like, home office is in, Tennessee somewhere, and they have another one in West Virginia. They have not been very good to deal with. Terrible. Josh, thank you. So, we'd like to go with, Brian Frederick next door. They were good when we had them before, so we kind of like to go back there and.
This is really handy.
It is very, very handy. So, we need authorization for Susie to sign the contract. If you want to do that, please.
So moved.
Campbell,
Yes.
Shepherd,
Yes.
Baker,
Yes.
Rasmus.
Yes. Before we,
We need that hospital stuff.
I was gonna say, before we go into department heads, we need to, I need to have, approval to sign this certificate, regarding the issuance of bonds by the Kentucky Bond Development Corporation for the benefit of Baptist Healthcare System. So basically, they're gonna,
It's a
they need
bond
some,
issue.
they need a bond issues for that big,
It's no liability to the city.
no liability to the city. So make a motion for
That's
that.
the same one we done on.
Yes,
right?
yeah, I think they had to redo it, they had a hiccup on it.
Shepherd,
Yes.
Baker,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Rasmus.
Yes, okay, all right, Rusty?
Just got a couple things. The police department, answered 937 calls this last month. We had 59 collisions and 180 traffic stops. We've got 4 applicants currently going through the physical fitness. They're scheduled to take the physical fitness test for the last, hiring process. We're currently taking the applications now for this next test.
That it?
That's all I have.
How many are we short?
7. And I don't think it's gonna get any better.
Well, I think the budget's. Yeah, I think, well, yeah, have we budgeted for 21, is that right?
Should be.
Budgeted for 21, and, in this budget, you know, there's been some accommodations for you also. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Barry, where's Barry?
I'm
There
here.
you are. What? Resignations. Stay right there.
We've received 2 resignations in the police department recently. One today is effective July 30th, 2025 for Corporal Canine Officer Estes Rhodes. And we received another one. Yeah.
Is it Friday?
26, but I'm pretty sure. We received one from, who's he, Sergeant? Steve Metters, effective July 26, 2025 as well.
Does it make 9, it's the 7 minutes?
And Jim Miller's retiring at the end of this month.
Any cops in the room?
Everyone for the fire department.
We'll need a motion.
I set motion to accept the resignations of the 2 mentioned, police officers.
Shepherd.
Yes.
Baker.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Rasmus.
Yes. Okay, Barry. All right.
That's all right. That's sad news there.
Yeah.
One thing I got, we had almost 100 runs that we did this past month. We did some mutual aid calls with, other departments, Woodbine, West Knox, and this past week we went to Winsburg to help their fire department. Their utilities had to go underground to find space, and they need their team to go down there and oversee it, so we sent a team down there to help Winsburg out, so
Awesome.
we're helping our communities.
Thank you, Barry.
Yep.
Done a good job. Jacob, you got anything?
I don't have anything, but if you all have any questions about anything, I'm here.
Okay. Mike, code? No?
Mayor,
Yeah.
for Bruce's department, he needs us to approve, closing of some streets. Right?
Yeah, Depot Street,
For Nibrock,
yeah, and Main Street.
Nibrock and Main, for Nibrock.
Okay, can I get a motion to close, Depot and Main Street for
August the 2nd through the 9th.
August the
Second through the ninth.
2nd through the 9th?
Same motion.
Main Street will be closed, I'm sorry, on the 6th. Depot will be closed on the 2nd.
Okay. So Main Street on the 6th, Depot on the 2nd. Okay. Through the 9th.
Same motion.
Baker.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Shepherd.
Yes.
Rasmus.
Yes. Bruce, do you have anything else? No? Okay. Public Works? There you are, Jeff.
I don't have a whole lot. Just kinda wanna talk about what's going on this month. Pretty much we've cleaned out, pretty large creek running down by Lake Street.
Yes.
Been a pretty extensive job. We've, cleaned up for Bruce over here, cleaned up a lot for Bruce. And most of the typical stuff, you know.
How are our, with all this rain and everything, how do you think our storm sewers are doing?
As of right now, we have done great. I think we had a little bit of flooding on Beatty Avenue, and I think a previous owner maybe tore a house down and had a little flooding there, but other than that, we held up great with all this rain.
Right. And of course, keep in mind that Master Street is a state road, so we're
Yes.
we're talking about city streets right now. So it's good to hear. I know that's quite a job keeping those drains clear and,
Master Street, we're usually on it, we're always there to help,
yeah.
even though it's not us. I know
I know
we
you
get a
put
lot
in
of
work.
slack on Master Street, but
Well, you all did a big culvert widening repair job over there in the last summer, was it?
yes.
I mean, that was extensive trying to help that whole
Practically
situation.
cleaning out what's already there,
Obviously, it's not enough though. We need the big fix and it's coming, so, appreciate you, Jeff.
that's all I have.
You've had a couple guys resign or quit in your department
I've had
recently
a lot
too.
of people that's like quitting in groups, and I don't really wanna say why. It's mostly money.
Right.
I don't wanna mention that, but
Well,
it's true.
no, it is what it is, for sure.
I get it.
Yeah. You know, you can always bring specific people, you know, and do specific requests if you feel like, you know,
Yes. We will get there,
okay,
that's why it's not.
all right.
Thank you.
Tom, you got anything?
You gotta go there.
Weight has really picked up at recycling. The 22 tons that we're shipping out tomorrow will probably put us this month at about 77 tons.
That's a lot.
And that's what I got.
I can't hear you, Tom.
Can you hear me?
I can't.
He said 77 tons
Yeah,
went out, or
counting-
tomorrow.
Yeah, counting the 22 tons
Great.
we're shipping out tomorrow, we'll put out about 77 tons this month.
Thank you. Okay, Is that, where's my tourism? Where's Emily? There you are. Emily, you got anything?
Sure. Hi, I am Emily. I'm fairly new to the tourism appointment of director, so I just want to say hello. I am over at the old L&N train depot on Depot Street. If you would like to come by anytime and say hello. I've just been working with Jacob to get solar prepared, ready to go. In September, the second week of September, we do have the Kentucky Association of Mitigation Managers coming up to the Corbin Center, so trying to get them settled in August, the second week of August. I am going to have a site visit by KTIA to hopefully host the 2027 spring conference here in Corbin. And other than that, just trying to get settled in and find some help in the office. And I think that's about it.
Congratulations, and let us know if we can help. Scott, there's been some movement in the employment situation in
We
your
were just about to
office.
say that, that's right.
Yes,
Would you like to elaborate, or do you want Scott to do it?
well, he was going to, either one.
No, yeah, please.
Well, do you want to talk about the first part first?
Well, introduce her, and, yeah.
This is Alyssa Kirby. She started Monday with me. She's moved to Corbin. She is Nate Kirby, or firefighter's wife.
Why you gotta embarrass her?
I'm glad to have her since girlfriend is making a move. I needed someone, and she's been with me for a week, and I would like very much to go and hire her full time.
We're glad to have Delissa. She's done a great job already, Mayor.
All right, well, and then we need to, do we need to move Robin with a vote, or?
Yes.
Do we accept the other one's resignation yet?
I don't think she's written it yet.
Yeah.
She did it last
No.
Okay, well then let's not do that. Let's just hire Alyssa then, and then we'll, huh? Oh. Delissa, sorry. Deb. Delissa, Kirby, can we hire her? What do y'all think? I need a motion. Okay, thank you.
Campbell,
Yes.
Shepherd,
Yes.
Baker,
Yes.
Rasmus.
Yes, welcome.
Mayor, you transfer Robin, right, on condition that you receive your resignation. Robin. Or you just want to progress on
I think it'll be before the next meeting.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, so then I'll need a motion to move Robin Mahan from the tax collector's office to the office of, what's Robin's
Administrative assistant.
administrative
Finance.
assistant in finance, move her into the office of Rhonda Moore.
We also need to remove Robin as a signer on all the city accounts, since she's going to be printing checks now for the city.
And remove her from all city accounts. Can we do all that in one motion? Does that make sense? Everybody
Yes.
got that?
I'll make a motion.
Do we need to add Delissa as a signer too?
Yes.
Sorry.
And add Delissa Kirby as a signer.
Tora did it all that.
Yeah.
So
It'll make sense.
Okay.
Okay.
You have a second, James?
Sure.
Okay. Shepherd,
Yes.
Baker,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Rasmus.
Yes. Okay, is there anything city, from a city employee? Otherwise, I'm going to go to public comments. Do we have anybody on specifically, or just ask for? Oh, okay. All right. Would anyone like to address the city commission?
Carolyn Reeves is here. You want to?
Do I need to go?
Yes, it'd be better.
I have a problem with your code enforcement. I seem to be, every time I turn around, get a notice of my grass being too high, or my yard being too messy, or whatever the case might be. However, my neighbor joins my property, who has a fence on his property, has never cleaned it. And I've owned that property probably 15 years. So I get a notice to clean that fence. I am not, because it's not mine. Now, I also have made mention to the code, however it is, to, bring a RV motorhome down there on the lot that I own and park it and put a for sale sign on it. Again, for me, that wouldn't be done. That is my property. I pay tax on it every year. Never fail to pay tax. And I have 2 RVs, as a matter of fact, and both of them are very nice. They are not trash. Now, if you move on down the street, 19th East on South Kentucky, you will find, and I've got pictures here, you will find other places that have, vehicles that have been abandoned. They're covered up with tarps. Some of them are, some of them's not. There's a couple of campers sitting out there with electrical cords running from their homes out to their RVs, and somebody is definitely living in
On
there.
South Kentucky?
Yes. And I think that I do pretty well doing whatever the city needs done. But, yeah, there's a lot of things that, are left out, and a lot of people, other than myself, I'm sure, that had problems and questions like that. My houses need no work done on them. They're not run down. They are not in any way being, eyesore to the public. Now, so far as having an extra lot, it's where the old ambulance service used to be. Way back. There was a small trailer set there on that lot. That's where I would like to park my vehicles in order to sell them. And they in no way will block the vision of anybody. But yet, it's a heavily trafficked street goes up to there because it goes down by the school. So, now, is there a law that says I cannot park my own vehicle on my own property, that taxes are paid on every year, never fail?
Not that I'm aware of. What I think, Carolyn, probably or Ms. Reeves, what we should probably do is, if you've got one of your cards on you, Scott,
No, we
Scott's the
spoke.
city manager.
Yes, I've already spoken.
Yeah, we
Okay,
spoke.
all right, so,
But Mike Mahan is the one who sends.
how many notices have you received?
I have gotten 3 so far. A couple of years ago, my niece came in from Indiana, and they had a camper, and they pulled it into my driveway on that lot. And it sat there for, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks. And after they left, I happened to get a nice little fine of a couple $100 because I did not have a permit for it to sit there. Now, that's not right. if I pay tax, I bought the property, I've had it for years,
Right.
there's nothing.
How about, have you approached the code board? Have you gone to a code board meeting?
No, I haven't, but, I'm getting ready to go to Frankfurt, on another matter, which is the reevaluation of taxes on that particular house, which has been doubled.
I feel that.
Yeah, let's
Are you in
talk
Whitley
about
County? It's Whitley County.
I live in Portland, but I own rental property in Portland.
Right, but our property value, we don't assess property, that comes from the county property valuation administrator's office.
Okay, I have, where 2, 3 other people have signed this, they are from Portland, and they think that it needs to be reappraised from a former value of $65,000 last year to a new, amount of $128,300.
How would she do that, Bob?
It
How,
all goes through the PVA's office, you have to file an appeal after you get the assessment for Frankfurt, but they said we're good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
It
they
has
have
nothing to do with the city.
Stevens on here appraised it, and Schultz or somebody like that, and, can't remember that other name, but anyway, yeah, I'm going to Frankfurt with that one, so.
that unfortunately is out of our hands, cause I feel your pain, cause my property as well has been reassessed. I think they all have.
Like the government.
So,
An executive order.
So you've got Carolyn's number.
Oh,
I
yes.
think that going before the code board, that's their job to know. I don't know the ordinances. I'm more of a, what am
Well, what you need to do is get Scott.
I? Yeah, city manager, form of government, but I want to help you if I can. So I'm trying to lead you in the right direction.
Okay, and I have no copy of what the city ordinance is for Portland after all the years I've had business with it.
Right.
Never
We've
had.
got those those are on our website, right, Josh? But you can also, stop by and, we can print them out for you if you need us to do that.
Okay, no, I can print it.
Carolyn, call me in the morning, and
Call you in the
we'll
morning.
navigate through whatever we need to.
Go through our ordinances and see, exactly, and, and if you have a particular issue with Mr. Mahan, you probably should take it before the code board, because they're like his immediate, they have their own board because it's so complicated.
Well, I do have a problem with him. He does have attitude, and I have attitude. I won't tell you I don't, because I do. But yes, I do need to go for that, because I think you don't move far enough down the street where he gets tarred before he gets down there.
Well, and they could be getting served, because I get a weekly list, and he does send quite a bit, and that's under our direction that we're trying to clean the city up. He does send a lot of notices of violation,
And I'm all for helping them do that, because there's a lot. that
Right.
needs to be done. But again, yeah, we'll go for the board, or code board.
No, first go through Scotty.
And then- Okay, got it. But I can bring my personal motorhomes down there and park them, is that right?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't know the ordinance.
I don't know.
I don't know how many are
I
allowed.
know all the law, but I don't have that little thing in my mind that I can just say
Right,
off the top
but
of
we'll
my
have to
head.
pull our ordinances and see exactly what they say.
Okay. But it is sitting, or would be sitting on a gravel parking. It's still gravel.
So you're talking about like just one camper with a for sale sign on it?
Well, I've got two, I would like to say. Both of them are very nice campers, and,
I don't know what the law is though, like at what point do you become a business? Like if you have multiple vehicles for sale on private property, I don't know,
well, hadn't thought about that.
you know.
have 5 vehicles to be a deal.
But for sale, Right.
be a dealer to have, you have to have 5 for sale. That's the triangle.
But it could be different on under our ordinance.
Yeah, it'd be different.
We'll have to check.
Susie, also, I just checked the website, the code of ordinances are not on the website. We never could get them to come over on the new website, so I'll work on that in the coming days.
The development ordinance
The
that,
development ordinances
in the
are-
International Property Maintenance Codes, which would be a lot of the code issues, they are both on the city website.
That's where it's at.
Yeah.
That's where it says property code.
Carolyn, we'll look at it
So
in the
look-
morning.
Okay.
Don't call me first thing in the morning, a little later. It was time to look.
I'm standing at the door.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
all right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming. Andrea?
Well, it's just the usual July topic of fireworks, okay? And this one this year blew my mind, all right? On the 2nd of July, at 12:05 a.m., within the city limits of Corbin, someone started setting off fireworks. And when someone challenged them over that, someone that was being, I heard it, but it wasn't close enough to make me start pacing the floor, okay? But when someone challenged them over that, what they got told was, there is no start time in our ordinance about fireworks, only a stop time at midnight. So at 12:05 a.m., they can start setting them off again. Don't ask me how people's minds work, I don't know, okay? But at this point, we might need to have to apparently, you gotta put it in black and white and make it so specific that.
The police department made a Facebook post this year,
Okay.
that cited our ordinance specifically, and fireworks are only allowed 2 days before and 2 days after July 4th from 10 a.m. to 12 midnight. And that's very specific in the ordinance.
Okay, well, somehow they came up with, as long as they stopped at midnight, 5 minutes after midnight, they could start back. Okay, so there you go, all right? So, I just wanna let you know that they're interpreting an ordinance however they wanna interpret it.
Well, you could tell them that they're wrong now and feel confident in that. Anybody else? All right, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Gamble?
Yes.
Shepherd?
Yes.
Baker?
Yes.
Razor?
Yes.